What's going on, man? We back again with another video. Today what I want to do is I want to talk about a Twitter topic that normally comes up literally every week. After one player has a good game, the post comes up again. After another player has a good game, the post comes up again. So I just wanted to make my own opinion about the video because I actually got in a little debate with some people about it a couple days ago. So I just wanted to completely bring it out to you guys. So let's just get straight into it. Hey, what's up, y'all? Over 87% of you guys don't subscribe to me. Please subscribe, man. You see the goal we're trying to reach. We're trying to reach this by March 1st. You might be asking, what is March 1st? That is my birthday. So a post that you normally see, other than like the GOAT debate or who's the best player in the world, is who's the best player out of this group. And in that group, you have Tyler Herro, you have Anthony Simons, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jordan Poole, and a player that I want to add to it is RJ Barrett. Now, before the season started, my whole opinion was, out of nowhere, just Anthony Simons is the best player, and I think it's close, of course, because they're all in the same group. But if I had to choose who I would want, like you put all five of those guys in front of me, and I had to draft, I'm taking Anthony Simons because when I look at Anthony Simons, I just think he's a star in the making. Like I think if Dame wasn't on the team, he would be an all-star. And I'm not saying that Dame is hurting him, but we're not going to see Anthony Simons be the star. And not just me, but a lot of people see him as until he gets a free team, like when he's on his own team or when he's on a team that's a little bit built around him. And hopefully Damian Lillard realizes that we're never going to win a championship in Portland, because the longer that takes is the longer he'll be the number two. And then people will start to look at him like he's CJ, but I don't think he's CJ at all. I think Anthony Simons is legit a star. Like, he plays exactly like Dame, and they just have a lot of similarities. Like when I look at Anthony Simons, they shoot it the same way. They create the same shots. Like, he likes to go to the step back. He likes to shoot it off the pick and roll right above the three-point line. They just remind me a lot of each other. The way they set up their shots is the same way. How athletic they are when they get to the rim. You wouldn't even think they can get to the rim so easily. It's just I look at them and he's just a carbon copy of Dame. And I just think he's a superstar. And I've been feeling like this for a year. So I'm waiting for him to get freed, because I think once he gets freed, we won't even look at him in this conversation. I think with that right opportunity, he's just above these guys. So before the season started, how I had it ranked was I had Anthony Simons number 1, I had Tyrese Maxey number 2, I had Jordan Poole number 3, Tyler Herro number 4, and I would have RJ Barrett number 5. And I'm still gonna go with that. Like I said, Anthony Simons to me, star and make it. Tyrese Maxey, I would put him at 2, is just because he's the only one that I can consider as close to Anthony Simons. Tyrese Maxey, I really love his game. I think out of everybody in this list, he's the most consistent player. Like, he's damn near 50, 40, 90 as of right now. If he would have kept playing, if that injury wouldn't have took him out, he probably would have been at 50, 40, 90. I think he's the smartest player out of all of them. I think he has the highest IQ. He doesn't take bad shots at all. When he gets to the rim, he's one of the best, not only in this group, but in this league at finishing and getting to the rim. One of the fastest guys we have in this league. I think the only thing he lacks that some others have is playmaking, and that's not on him. We don't get to see that because he's playing next to James Harden, or he's playing next to Joel Embiid, who's going to need the ball also. He gets a lot of his buckets off ball, but when they have James Harden on the bench and you let him play off ball, the offense doesn't stop. They win games without James Harden, with Tyrese Maxey starting. So I think Tyrese Maxey is the second best in this group, and I just love his game. I love his game. I think at his peak he can be a number 2 option on a championship team. I just think there's not a lot of guys that are as consistent and as efficient as he is. The one thing I want him to get better at is defense, of course, but he is 6'2". At the most, he's 6'2". He gets effort because he's very athletic, but he probably won't ever be a good defender. It's a lot of young guys or small guys that give effort, and that's all you need from them, but they're not going to be good. You're not going to get a lot of Pat Bevs that's small as hell and that can play elite defense. Not a lot of people are going to get that, and I'm not going to blame that on them, because on the other side, what is Pat Bev doing? Most of these guys, the Darius Garlands, I'm not even going to say Trae Young because he don't even give effort, but the Tyrese Maxey on the other side, they're giving you 20 points a game. Darius Garland's giving you 22 and also being the main playmaker of the team. So I'm not expecting them to be elite defenders. Pat Bev has to focus his whole thing on his defense. So I understand why some guys his size are not as good defenders as he is. But to me, Tyrese Maxey is the second player. Now, these two, Tyler Herro, Jordan Poole, this is why I got in the debate, because I feel like Jordan Poole is the better player. And now, the reason why people came at me was because they said Tyler Hero has made some major improvements this year, which he has. I think his defense has gotten better, but I think it's the same thing as what I just said before. It's more effort. Like, he's playing effort on defense. He's not really liability. He's not scared to guard other people. Like, when I'm watching Jordan Poole, I just watched the John Moran highlight of game 2 of last year. The nigga was scared to guard Ja. And I understand you're not going to be able to do nothing with Ja. But, like, it was on a pick and roll. And the nigga literally was like, Wiggs. Now, I understand it. You want Wiggs to guard him. But that's the thing that separates him from Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's, he's taking on the matchup this year. And I respect that. Would I say he's a good defender? No. I would say I guess he's average. He's okay. I wouldn't say he's a completely liability, but when it comes to the playoffs, niggas will still go at Tyler Hero. So that's why I don't really use that in that debate, and I didn't understand that when they were trying to tell me that the other day. But I understand he has made some improvements on his defense. Now, when I look at them two as offensive players, because that's all that really matters. They're both next to nothing on defense. To be honest, they're both next to nothing on defense. When I look at them two as offensive players, I think Jordan Poole is a better offensive player. I think he's a better scorer. I think Tyler's a better shooter, but by how much? I think Jordan Poole's in a down year right now. He's still shooting 36% from 3. As of right now, he's averaging 20 points, but when he starts, he's averaging 27. So, like, I don't know. I just think he's a better offensive player. I think his shot creating is better than Tyler. Tyler is more consistent, so I will give you that. But I don't know. I think he's a better offensive player. Playmaking, I think it's still Jordan Poole. I think they're close at that, very close. I don't know. I think Jordan Poole, he gets more opportunity to play make because he's running a lineup. You don't really see Tyler Hero run a lineup that much because he has to play with Bam, Kyle Lowry, and Jimmy Butler, and that's probably hurting him in this type of argument. But I like Jordan Poole's playmaking a lot better. I do think Tyler Hero is a good playmaker though, so you can whatever you want with that one. But I think he's better at that. And like I said, their defense really doesn't matter to me. But I'm not mad if a person is taking Tyler Hero. That's one thing I was trying to say the other day, but I couldn't because everybody in the whole Twitter community was coming at me. I'm not mad if you say Tyler Hero's better. I just think Jordan Poole is better. And the reason why I stem from this because the people in this community I'm with, shout out to my Who Has Who people, it was like a couple weeks ago, I think they played the Knicks, and Jordan Poole had a stinker, and then they started the spaces. And one thing that they said was Jordan Poole's not even in that conversation in that group that's about this video. He's not even in that group, and I didn't understand that because in the beginning of the season he was definitely in that group. Is he having a down season? Yes, but it's not that down to take him out that group. Compare him to guys like Jordan Clarkson, like that. It was just like, yo, why y'all overreacting like this, bro? Why y'all overreacting? And then after that, the Warriors went on this run. He went on this run, and everybody's quiet. And that's just how NBA Twitter is, and I got to start realizing that. When people have an agenda, they're going to push it. No matter if the player's playing good or bad, they're going to push it. And when that nigga's playing good, you ain't going to hear shit. So I got to realize that, but like, I don't know. That was just a little weird to me, so I posted it. I posted it that day that he dropped 40 against the. I think it was a couple days ago. I think it was the Grizzlies. He dropped 40 against the Grizzlies, and I was like, and I quote tweeted. I was like, Jordan Poole is not in the Tyler Hero, Tyrese Maxey, and Anthony Simons conversation. And everybody came at me. Everybody was like, you could say he's better than, because I also said RJ Barrett. You could say he's better than RJ, but the other guys you can't say that. And I'm like, he's better than Tyler Hero. And that's when everybody came at me. And the one thing I want to say, like I said, I don't care if you think Tyler Hero's better. If you do, I'm not mad at it. It's not crazy. But it's also not crazy for me to say Jordan Poole is better. They're in the same group. So stop. And it was a couple people I was arguing with that were Heat fans, and I should have known just to stop the argument and go my ass to sleep because at like 1 o'clock in the morning. But it's just so weird. But then you add RJ Barrett to this conversation. I don't think he's in this conversation, bro. I don't. RJ's a good player. He's good. When it stacks up to the other guys, I would say he's the most well-rounded player out of everybody. He's actually a plus on defense. But his offense at times can be a negative, like badly. He has the stretches, but it's not really consistent. And the one thing I worry about with RJ that I can't say at all about the other four, in the half court, he's terrible. We've seen it in the playoffs. He's fucking terrible. We've seen these 4 guys show up in the playoffs. Jordan Poole, his first series ever in the playoffs, 30 points. Tyler Hero against the Celtics in the bubble. I forgot what his stats were, but he was amazing in that series. Tyrese Maxey last year, 40 points in the first fucking game. Anthony Simons is no question about his half-court offense. But RJ is a legit question about what he can do in the half-court. That's why they like to run it through other guys other than RJ, because it's questionable how he's going to shot create in the half-court. And one thing I do want to see them do is kind of run it through RJ more, because I've always said RJ is a pretty good playmaker, but they don't really do it. So I'm judging this off of what I'm seeing, and in the half-court, he's not that good to me. But like I said, he has his stretches where he is good. He is hitting these spot-up threes. He is getting to the rim and finishing around the rim, and I understand that. But I think these guys are more consistent. To me, they're more consistent. I can rely on them more. And him being a good defender is not going to make me shy away from taking the other guys. I'm not going to lie. I would rather take the other guys. I think Anthony Simons is a star. I think Jordan Poole, Tyler Hero, I think they're close to being all-stars. I think Tyrese Maxey, in the right situation, he can be an all-star. RJ's RJ. Even if you put the ball in his hands, I don't know what I'm going to get. I'm more so judging off what I'm seeing from college. And in college, he was a pretty good playmaker, but we haven't seen that in the NBA. Maybe it's the reason why. Maybe. There's other guys you put in this conversation, though. Desmond Bane. I feel like he'll be the second best player in this conversation, because on the half court, really good offensive player, even though shot creation is a little off. So that will make me think about it, but I do think he is a plus on defense, and I think he is just a winning player. I think even though he's like in his third year, has a way bigger IQ than all of these guys. Like, if I'm building a championship team and I need one player out of this 5, I'm taking Desmond Bane, because he just feels right. No moment is too large for him. So that's one player you can add. It's one player that I'm gonna say you're gonna think is crazy, but we're like 1.5 years removed from this dude averaging 24 and 4 assists, 47% shooting, 37% from 3. Colin Sexton, in the right situation, would be in that group, but he's a 6-man right now. In a deep team. That team is pretty deep, so you're not really going to see the stats. You're not going to see the production. And he's actually like playing a role this year, so you're not really going to see that. But I think in the roles that these other guys have, you can add Colin Sexton in that conversation, because, like I said, we're just 1 year removed from him dominating, and then towards the meniscus. But let me know what you think. Like I said, and I don't like changing my rankings. Like, if we're going off this year, of course, probably Jordan Poole would be the lowest on that list. I would put him over RJ still, but I don't change my rankings over 2 months of basketball. I've never done that. I'm more so towards the end of the season. Okay, now I agree. Like, as of right now, I still think Trae Young is better than Ja Morant. Ja Morant's having a way better year, but I'm still taking Trae Young. And I'm going to have to see at the end of the season. I'm getting close to it. Mind you, I'm getting close to it, because Ja Morant is fucking crazy. And Trae Young, the more I watch him, the more I get annoyed watching him, because the game, I don't like it no more, but I still think he's a better player than Ja Morant. So I'm not really going to change my rankings at all off of 2 months of basketball. That's actually completely weird to me, but that's just how people do it. There's a lot of overreactions. Like, Luka dropped 60 the other day. Oh, now he's the best player in the world. Then Giannis shot 45, 20, and 10, and now he's like, I don't change my shit off of one game. I'm more so waiting to the end of the season. I'm not really as reactionary as a lot of Twitter is, but let me know how you think about this topic. We'll be back with another video later on this week. Peace out.